All right, everybody, what is good? My name is YMG Young Punch, and today I'm back with another video on my channel. So today's video. We're here on Bleacher Report, and we're seeing the best trades every NBA team can make this offseason. So first of all, the Atlanta Hawks. So the trade: Atlanta Hawks acquire Rudy Gobert and Joe Ingles from the Utah Jazz for Clint Capella, DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Huerter, and the number 6 overall pick in the 2020 draft. This seems like a pretty good trade. This seems like a pretty good trade because you have Clint Capella going over to Utah. I mean, this is more bench depth for Utah rather than it is players who can actually. I mean, besides Clint Capella, it's more bench depth instead of players that can actually make an impact at Utah. I mean, sure, Kevin Herter, sixth man, he'd be good, and DeAndre Hunter, he'd also be good as a second, as a probably a starter, and probably a starter. He'd be good, but that number 6 overall pick, I think the number 6 overall pick is too important to give up on. I'll try probably give either the 2021 or the 2022 pick, and then Rudy Gobert to go to the Atlanta Hawks. I'd say this is a win-win situation. Rudy Gobert to go to the Atlanta Hawks would bring the Hawks a lot of good defense. I feel like Rudy Gobert going there would automatically make them a playoff contender. So all in all, I'll probably give this trade a B plus. Next trade, the Boston Celtics. The trade is the Boston Celtics acquire Miles Turner and Jerry Lamb from the Indiana Pacers for Gordon Hayward, the number 14 pick in the 2020 draft, and the 2021 first round pick. Okay, this one I'm also very hesitant on because first of all, Gordon Hayward is still fresh off that injury, like that he had 2 years ago. Like even though it's 2 years ago, trust me, you can still see he's fatigued by that injury. So this seems like a win for the Celtics because I don't see Indiana benefiting off of this trade. And if I were the Celtics, I probably wouldn't. I probably would. This probably doesn't seem like a good trade overall, because well, Jeremy Lamb's probably just gonna be there to be like probably just the 10th or 11th man on the team, because in that shooting guard position that Jeremy Lamb plays in, you already have Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart, probably two of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA today. So it doesn't seem like a pretty good trade. Miles Turner, um, I'll bring in Miles Turner. So I'll probably take out Jeremy Lamb and bring in a center from Indiana. I don't know any of Indiana's centers, but if they switch up the trade, bring in a center, maybe Indiana could probably pull something off. Maybe Indiana and Boston could probably pull something off. I wouldn't try to trade that 2020 and 2021 first round pick because both of those picks seem like they could potentially be lottery picks. The 2020 pick is already a lottery pick, and the 2021 pick, that one would not be that trading that one away. I don't think it would be a good idea. So all in all, I'll probably give this trade a D. A D. The Brooklyn Nets. The trade acquired Joel Embiid from the 76ers for Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Allen, the 19th overall pick in the 2020 draft, and a 2022 first round pick. All right, so off rip, I can see this trade doesn't really make sense. All right, in my opinion, this trade doesn't really make sense because first of all, well, getting Joel Embiid is automatically gonna cap out the Brooklyn Nets because they already have hefty contracts in Kyrie Irving, DeAndre Jordan, and Kevin Durant. So this would off rip cap out the Nets, bringing in Joel Embiid. And there's no, I don't think there's a point in bringing. I don't think you should bring in Joel Embiid because well, you already have DeAndre Jordan, who can grab boards for you. He can give you the 10 points per game. He can give you that probably 1.5 to 2 blocks per game. So I don't think bringing in Joel Embiid would be good unless you can throw DeAndre Jordan into the trade and bring in let's say Josh Richardson to fill out Karis LeVert's role as in the shooting guard position. I don't think this is a good trade. But all in all, if this trade happens, I do see it being a win for the Nets, but being a massive L for the 76ers. So all in all, I would give this trade a B. Next up, the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets acquire Steven Adams from Oklahoma City for Terry Rozier. Off rip, this is a terrible trade. I can already say this is a terrible trade. Like I'm not even gonna read. I'm not even gonna read what's over here. This is a terrible trade, cause you're just sending Terry Rozier to be bench filler for someone for all-star caliber center. This is just a terrible trade. For Bleacher Report to come up with, cause you got Steven Adams. Steven Adams is probably a top 15 center in the NBA today. He's probably a top 15 center. Then you got Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier is not even a top 30 point guard. Like, bro, Terry Rozier is sitting bench for Devontae Graham. Terry Rozier was the sixth man on Boston for 3 seasons straight. Like, this is not a good trade to pull off. So I'd give this trade an F. This trade is an F already. Next, the Chicago Bulls. The trade. The Chicago Bulls acquired Tobias Harris, an unprotected 2022 first-round pick, and a 2020 second-round pick from the Philadelphia 76ers for Otto Porter Jr. This seems like a nice trade. But Tobias Harris' contract situation is going to fuck over Chicago. I can already see this. Because, Chicago still got cap space. And they still got a good amount of cap space. Bringing in Tobias Harris wouldn't be really good. I would say a better trade would be if you were to bring in Tobias Harris, probably to fill out that small forward role, because its small forward role is looking pretty empty in Chicago. I would say if you're gonna bring in Tobias Harris, take out another player who's taking up cap space. Like take out another player, like let's say who would you take out? There's not really anyone you can take out in the Bulls, really. But if you bring in Tobias Harris, Otto Porter Jr., I don't think Otto Porter Jr. would be the trade. But we'll just have to see on that one. I would give this one a C-. The Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers acquire Harrison Barnes, Jabari Parker, and swap rights on the 2021 first-round pick from the Sacramento Kings for Kevin Love. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good trade. It seems like a win-win for both. Actually. Yeah, this seems like a win-win for both teams. It seems like a win-win. This is the type of trade that could get Sacramento back into the playoff contention, and it opens up cap space for the Cavaliers. This is a very good trade. I would give this trade a B+. Next, the Dallas Mavericks. I can already see Josh Richardson and that nigga. Who's that nigga on the right? Colin Sexton. Yeah. So Dallas Mavericks acquired Josh Richardson from the Philadelphia 76ers for Seth Curry and the 18th overall pick. Okay, I don't think it really makes sense, this one. Because, let me think about this. Let me actually think about this. I don't think this one makes sense. I don't know why, but just looking at it, it doesn't make sense to trade away Seth Curry for Josh Richardson. Because Seth Curry, his 3-point shooting makes him an excellent floor spacer. Wait, let me clear my throat. His 3-point shooting makes him an excellent floor spacer. So this type of trade won't really help him out. Won't really help out both teams in the long run. But I can see this kind of trade probably bringing probably making Dallas probably a top 4 team. Because I mean Josh Richardson can attack the basket. But I would say this trade is alright. It's alright. It could be done better, but it's alright. If I were really the Dallas Mavericks, if I really wanted to trade away Seth Curry, I'd probably trade him away to a team that desperately needs a shooting guard. But the shooting guard position is not really an open place in the NBA, so it doesn't seem like a good trade. Probably C+ at best. Next, the Denver Nuggets. Oh, Drew Holiday. Okay, this seems like something. Okay, the trade. The Denver Nuggets acquired Drew Holiday from the New Orleans Pelicans for Gary Harris, Will Barton, and a 2020 first-round pick via Houston Rockets. Okay, off rip, I can see that this trade kind of makes sense. I won't lie, this trade kind of makes sense. You got Drew Holiday can go, but nah, actually. Drew Holiday to the Nuggets, though? I mean, it does seem like, yeah, this does seem like a pretty good trade. Drew Holiday to the Nuggets. Drew Holiday, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. Fuck, I need to go mute. I need to go mute that group chat. But yeah, Drew Holiday does seem like one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. And off rip, Gary Harris and Will Barton. That those two, I don't think they're not really that useful to the Nuggets. So yeah, I would probably make this trade. Yeah, it seems like a pretty decent trade. I'll give this trade an A minus. So the Detroit Pistons. So the Detroit Pistons acquire Andre Iguodala, Kelly Olynyk if he opts in, the 20th overall pick in the 2020 draft from the Miami Heat for Derrick Rose. Oh boy. So Andre Iguodala and Kelly Olynyk. Oh man. Um. Wow. I can really see the first time we move Blake Griffin to another team shortly. All right, but to trade Derrick Rose away, I mean, doesn't seem too good of a trade. I mean, taking Andre Iguodala there to Detroit would be good for them. Andre Iguodala and Kelly Olynyk, it will be good to them because Detroit can get Andre Iguodala, a really good defender. They get Kelly Olynyk, really good center, really good player in the post. So this doesn't seem like a too bad trade, but this trade could be better. It could be better. It doesn't seem too bad, but it could be better. So, Autumn, I would give this trade an A minus as well. Actually, not enough. For Derrick Rose, though, I mean, it doesn't seem like a win for Miami because, well, Miami can trade Derrick Rose to get some draft picks, but it doesn't seem like too much of a win for Miami. But yeah, I can understand why you would make this trade. I'd give this trade an A minus. Seems very good. Golden State Warriors. Okay, I actually really wanted to see this team. Okay, no, hold up. Let me go mute this group chat real quick. Okay, I'm back from muting the group chat. So we can continue with the video now. So, oh wait, okay, wait, the original one just got saved. Okay, so the Golden State Warriors is something I was really looking forward to seeing. All right, but they don't show that second overall pick this year. But all right, let's see. The Golden State Warriors acquire Robert Covington from the Houston Rockets for for 17.2 million dollars in exceptions and an unprotected first round pick. 17.2 million dollars in trade exception. Huh. This one's also very confusing to me. Huh. Really got to think about this one. Why would the Rockets trade away Robert Covington? Um. I wouldn't suggest a trade like this. If the Golden State Warriors really wanted to bring in Robert Covington, I'll probably trade them. I'll probably trade Draymond Green, cause they're probably the what you call it. The Houston Rockets probably aren't going to give up on that small ball thing. So I would trade them Draymond Green if I really had to. I'll trade them Draymond Green probably a second. Yeah, I feel like that would be the best trade. But all in all, I think I'll give this trade B minus. I'll give that trade. The Houston Rockets. Okay. The Houston Rockets acquired Blake Griffin and a 2021 first round pick, top 8 protected through 2023, converts to 2 second round picks in 2024, and the 2023 second round pick via the Portland Trail Blazers from Detroit for Russell Westbrook. Off rip, Russell Westbrook and Derrick Rose together? Nah. I mean, if they trade away Derrick Rose, which probably they might, I think they would keep Blake Griffin, cause I feel like one person I feel like the Pistons would keep Blake Griffin, but if the Houston Rockets really wanted to trade away Russell Westbrook, I'd probably trade Russell Westbrook away to a team like I'd probably trade away Russell Westbrook to a team like Charlotte. And I have a good reason for this. I'll trade Russell Westbrook and Robert Covington to Charlotte, and I'll probably bring in probably want that first round pick. Or I'll probably bring in that first round pick if I really had to. Because I think that first round pick would be very valuable to the Rockets. Because if they bring in that first round pick, they can probably bring in James Wiseman. If James Wiseman doesn't get taken early in the draft, they can bring in James Wiseman, because the Charlottes have the third pick. So yeah, they could bring in James Wiseman, and James Wiseman would be a very good addition to the Houston Rockets, and he would take him out of that small ball phase, because him and James Harden could probably make a good pick and roll duo, or they could probably build the team around James Wiseman. But all in all, I'll probably give this trade a D minus. Next trade, the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers acquired Drew Holiday, a second round pick for wait, okay. Let me say that again. The Indiana Pacers acquired Drew Holiday and a 2021 second round pick via the Washington Wizards from the New Orleans Pelicans for Miles Turner and Doug McDermott. I could see this. Actually, nah, I don't see this trade working. Victor Oladipo. I don't see this trade working out. Victor Oladipo. I automatically think of Victor Oladipo. Victor Oladipo's long felt. Oh, a trade can't. Okay. This is the final year of Victor Oladipo's contract? Okay, yeah, I will bring in this trade. This trade does seem very good. This trade seems very nice. If the Pacers don't re-sign Victor Oladipo, this trade seems very nice. Yeah, I would give this trade probably an A minus. That trade seems very nice. So the Los Angeles Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers acquired Jalen Brunson from the Dallas Mavericks for Landry Shamet. I say trade away Pat Bev. Yeah, I say trade away Pat Bev. Because Patrick Beverly, this trade is very nice, but I'd say main focus, trade away Patrick Beverly. Because Patrick Beverly is just too much to handle, bro. He would be a nuisance, but nah, Patrick Beverly's too much to handle. And I don't think Patrick Beverly would do the Clippers that well later on in life. But trade Jalen Brunson for Landry Shamet, that seems like a very nice trade. Yeah, I would go with this trade. I'll give this trade an A on the dot. That seems like a very nice trade. So the LA Lakers. The LA Lakers acquired Dennis Schroeder from the Oklahoma City Thunder for Kyle Kuzma. D Schroed? D Schroed question mark. Yeah, it seems pretty nice. You got Kyle Kuzma, who can probably go get some experience in OKC, playing with Chris Paul, Danilo Gallinari, Steven Adams, playing there at the small forward position in OKC. And then you got Dennis Schroeder coming in. Dennis Schroeder would be a very good addition to the LA Lakers. I do agree with that, because it would take a lot of the weight off of LeBron. A lot of the weight of having to be a playmaker. I know Rondo's there. Rondo's is a very good player. Rondo proved that he still got it. He proved that he still got it this year. But I'll probably throw Rondo in the trade. I'll probably throw Rondo in this trade as well. Bring in Dennis Schroeder and probably Lou Dort. But all in all, this is a very good trade, and I'll give this trade an A+. Next up, the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, Memphis Grizzlies bring in Patty Mills for Kyle Anderson. I do not know who those two players are. Oh my god, I don't watch enough Memphis and enough San Antonio to know who those two players are. Fuck. I don't know them, so I'll just skip that. The Miami Heat. Oh yes, my team. Okay, so the Miami Heat acquire LaMarcus Aldridge from the San Antonio Spurs for Andre Iguodala, Kelly Olynyk, and a 2022 second round pick via the Philadelphia 76ers. Seems very good. I'm not gonna lie. But nah, I say the player need to trade. They need to take out Jay Crowder. The player that needs to go is Jay Crowder. I would say instead of Kelly Olynyk, throw Jay Crowder instead of Kelly Olynyk. Keep Kelly Olynyk in your roster. Kelly Olynyk is a very good second center, very good someone who can come on as a power forward. So I'll take keep Kelly Olynyk, throw in Jay Crowder, because Jay Crowder doesn't really do it. If you bring in LaMarcus Aldridge, if you throw LaMarcus Aldridge for Jay Crowder, you're doing something really good. This looks like a really good trade for the Miami Heat. So I would give this trade a B-. The Milwaukee Bucks. So the Milwaukee Bucks acquire Chris Paul from OKC for Eric Bledsoe, Ersan Ilyasova, Robin Lopez, and Dante DiVincenzo, and the Bucks' 2020 first round pick. Okay. We need to think about this one. The Bucks acquire Chris Paul. Chris Paul definitely needs to go to the Bucks. Chris Paul definitely needs to go to the Bucks. But for Ersan Ilyasova and Eric Bledsoe, I mean Eric Bledsoe does need to go. Ersan Ilyasova though, Ilyasova can still give you a good amount. Ilyasova can still give them a good amount of floor spacing. He's a very good stretch. So I would keep Ilyasova on the roster. Robin Lopez, him. I'm not Robin Lopez. Also, same story with him. Stretches the floor. And then you got Dante DiVincenzo. Dante can go. Honestly, I'm not mad about that. Dante DiVincenzo can go. I'm not mad about that one. Yeah, I would say this is like a pretty good trade. Yeah, Dante DiVincenzo. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good trade. I would keep Ilyasova, and I'll probably throw in a second round and another first round. And yeah, this is a very good trade. I'll give this trade a A+. Now, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota Timberwolves acquired Dennis Schroeder from the Oklahoma City Thunder for James Johnson and a 2022 second round pick. Oh boy. This does not seem like a good trade. First of all, what do OKC have that could probably bring that what do OKC have that would make the Minnesota Timberwolves better? Literally, besides Chris Paul, no one from OKC would make the Timberwolves better. So I don't see this trade working out at all. I really wouldn't see this trade working out at all. Because, I mean, Dennis Schroeder, because you already have D'Angelo Russell. The Timberwolves got the #1 overall pick. So there's no need to bring in Dennis Schroeder because the Timberwolves are either going to bring in Lonzo Ball or they're going to bring in, who's that nigga? Anthony, Anthony Edwards. I think his name is Anthony Edwards. So I don't see this trade going well at all. So I'll give this trade a D-. The New Orleans Pelicans. Ooh, okay. The New Orleans Pelicans acquired Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, Kelly Olynyk, and a 2020 first round pick from the Miami Heat for Jrue Holiday. I mean, give up Tyler? Give up Tyler? I mean, Tyler has proved that he is worthy. Tyler has proved that he is worthy, and Tyler's proved that on the 3 ball he's unstoppable. But I mean, I don't see this trade going wrong either way. But I mean, the 30th overall pick. I mean, that's kind of disrespectful. But New Orleans acquired Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn could still do a lot for the Miami Heat. He can still do a lot, so I wouldn't give up on him. He's 6th man of the year quality. I wouldn't give up on him. In fact, he's a whole starter. I'll give him the benefit of doubt. Kendrick Nunn is a starter. I wouldn't give up Tyler Hero. I'll probably throw, instead of Tyler Hero, I'll probably throw maybe Duncan Robinson. Maybe I'll throw Duncan Robinson in the trade if I really wanted to bring in Jrue Holiday. But yeah, I'll throw Duncan Robinson in the trade if I really, really needed to bring in Jrue Holiday. But all in all, I don't see this trade going wrong. I'll give this trade about a C+. The New York Knicks. The Knicks acquired Chris Paul from the Oklahoma City Thunder for Frank Ntilikina, Wayne Ellington, and a 2020 first round pick via the Los Angeles Clippers. You see, I was even they made a trade like this. I swear I saw a trade like this before on Bleacher Report. I think it was like 7 blockbuster trades. But yeah, I would say this one, this trade seemed this one, it doesn't really seem like the worst. If I were the Knicks, I would build a team around Mitchell Robinson. Chris Paul does seem like Chris Paul would be Chris Paul would be a very good pickup. I won't even lie there. He would be probably one of the best pickups. This would probably be one of the best pickups for the Knicks. Probably a really good trade. Frank Ntilikina, yeah, I would give him up. Wayne Ellington, I wouldn't mind giving him up. I'll probably also give up another first round pick, and I'll probably try and bring in Danilo Gallinari just because he can stretch the floor and he's got very good floor spacing. But all in all, this is a very good trade. I'll give this trade about an A minus. So next up, Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder acquired Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, Dennis Smith Jr., a first-round pick wait. Let me say this again. The Oklahoma City Thunder acquired Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, Dennis Smith Jr., a 2020 first-round pick via the Los Angeles Clippers, 2021 first-round pick via the Dallas Mavericks, from the New York Knicks for Chris Paul. I say again, Chris Paul would be a very good trade. If you're throwing in Kevin Knox, I would say they should bring in Danilo Gallinari. If you're gonna throw in Kevin Knox, because Danilo Gallinari, very good player. Same results as the last one. A minus. Not much review needed here. So the Orlando Magic acquired the number 2 pick in the 2020 draft. Orlando Magic. Okay, the trade. Orlando Magic acquired the number 2 pick in the 2020 draft from the Golden State Warriors for Aaron Gordon and the 15th pick in the draft. Nah, I don't like it. Maybe acquire Vucevic, but I don't like it. Acquire Vucevic maybe, or acquire Aaron Gordon and Mo Bamba, cause Mo Bamba to grab out boards, dish the rock out, back to Clay, back to Steph. Cause the Lakers, the Warriors are a 3-point shooting team, so I wouldn't bring in Aaron. I would probably bring in Aaron Gordon maybe just to drive the basket, but I don't really like this trade that much. But it seems like a trade that might work out. But to give up the number 2 overall pick, I don't think giving up the number 2 overall pick is worth it. But this trade doesn't seem too bad, so I'll probably give this trade a C minus. Next up, the Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers acquired Chris Paul from the Oklahoma City Thunder for Al Horford, Matthias Thybulle, Mike Scott, and a 2022 first-round pick by OKC. F. I can already see this being an F. This is an F trade. Number 1, what's the point of bringing in Chris Paul if you already have someone like Ben Simmons who can dish the rock? There's no point to bringing in Chris Paul. I can see this. There's no point to bringing in Chris Paul with this trade. Okay, I would take out Al Horford. Al Horford is a decent enough defender, decent enough backup center for who's that nigga? Who's that nigga? Fuck. Who's that nigga? He's a decent enough backup center for Joel Embiid. So I wouldn't really make any changes to the team. I'll probably try and bring in I'll probably try and throw that guy. I'll probably try bringing Danilo Gallinari because the Philadelphia 76ers desperately need floor spacing. It is desperate how much floor spacing the 76ers really need. Because this team is practically falling apart with the lack of floor spacing that they have. Because last season they got rid of JJ Redick. They lost almost all their floor spacing. They don't have any 3-point shooters. So I would probably throw Tobias Harris. I'll probably take out Al Horford for Tobias Harris in this trade. And I'll try bringing Danilo Gallinari. And I'll see where this goes. Because Danilo Gallinari would be a very good trade for this. Alright, guys, I'm going to be back. Number 24, the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns acquired a $17.2 million trade exception and a number 2 overall pick in the 2020 draft from Golden State Warriors for Kelly Oubre Jr. and the number 10 pick in the 2020 draft. So off rip, I don't see this pick being too good. There are reasons why, but Kelly Oubre Jr. I would throw Andrew Wiggins for Kelly Oubre Jr. I would say I'll throw Andrew Wiggins instead of Kelly. I'll throw Andrew Wiggins for Kelly Oubre Jr. instead of that trade exception. Because Andrew Wiggins doesn't really fit the Golden State style of 3-point play. He would be better at Phoenix as a player that can rush the basket. His athleticism would be better there. But it would be better suited for a playmaking guard like Ricky Rubio. But all in all, Kelly Oubre to Golden State is not a bad trade. But for the second overall pick, I think that they should keep that second overall pick. But it's not a bad trade. So from A to F, I'd give this trade about C minus. Up next, the Portland Trailblazers. So the Trailblazers acquire Aaron Gordon from Orlando Magic for Trevor Ariza, Anthony Simmons, Anthony Simmons, and a lottery protected 2022 first round pick converts to 2 future seconds if not conveyed. Okay, I don't see anything wrong with this trade, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, yeah, Yusuf. I don't see anything wrong with this trade. Aaron Gordon at the either at the small forward or the power forward. This would be a very good trade. Aaron Gordon, I mean, Trevor Ariza, Anthony Simmons. I mean, the Magic aren't getting anything out of it in this trade. So, but the Trailblazers are doing the Trailblazers would be doing real good business if they can make this trade happen. So yeah, I would say the Trailblazers are catching a W here. I'd give this trade a B, a B. Up next, the Sacramento Kings. Oh yes, the trade. The Sacramento Kings acquired Jared Allen, uh, Kurucs, and Taurean Prince from the Brooklyn Nets for Buddy Hield and the 2022 second round pick. I don't see anything wrong with this trade. You know, but I mean, you already got Marvin Bagley the third. Unless you're gonna trade Marvin Bagley, I don't see anything wrong with this trade. This trade seems pretty solid. I actually fuck with this trade. I'll give this trade about an A minus. I actually fuck with this trade. So next, the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs acquire Gordon Hayward if he opts in. And the Celtics get LaMarcus Aldridge. Wait, the Spurs acquire Gordon Hayward and Robert Williams III from Boston Celtics for LaMarcus Aldridge. Yeah, I also think this trade is a very good idea because I mean Daniel Tyson needs help. Like, unless you're willing to throw Daniel Tice desperately needs help in that center position because Daniel Tice is getting bullied by almost every single player in the NBA. He needs help. So LaMarcus Aldridge will be a very good trade. It will be a very good player to acquire because all the defensive weight, most majority of the defensive weight will be lifted off of Daniel Tice. And then also, Marcus Aldridge will provide a little bit of floor spacing, some mid-range shooting. He would be a very good trade. Okay, next, the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors acquire Eric Bledsoe. Wait. The Raptors get Eric Bledsoe, Ersan Ilyasova, a 2020, this is a three-team trade? A three-team trade. Okay, wait, so Eric Bledsoe, Ersan Ilyasova, a 2023 first-round pick via Milwaukee Bucks, the 15th pick in the 2020 draft via the Orlando Magic, and Kem Birch. While the Bucks get Kyle Lowry and the Magic get Dante DiVincenzo and the number 24 pick in the 2020 draft. A three-team what is that? My bad. A three-team trade. Okay, yeah, this would be very good. Because, yeah, the Raptors are losing Marcus Gasol, Serge Ibaka, and Fred VanVleet to the in free agency. All three of those players probably aren't going to sign. Unless Fred VanVleet gets a massive contract, he is not going to sign with the Toronto Raptors. So it's Serge Ibaka, so it's Marcus Gasol. So it would be the Raptors could replace Ibaka, Marcus Gasol with Ersan Ilyasova because Marcus Gasol was a brilliant stretch. Ersan Ilyasova was also a very good stretch, and Eric Bledsoe could fill in the shoes for for Fred VanVleet or Kyle Lowry very well. So this does seem like a very good trade, but I think the Magic aren't really getting much out of this trade for getting Dante DiVincenzo. I mean, Dante DiVincenzo is a very good overall defender, but Dante DiVincenzo really ain't it. But I mean, these draft picks for all three of the teams. They're all getting relatively good draft picks except for the Magic. I see the Magic are the losers in this situation, so I'm not sure. I would give this I'll give this trade about because the Magic are the losers, but the trade is very good for both the Bucks and the Raptors. I'll give this trade A minus, an A minus. Okay, the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz acquire why is this thing not loading in? Why is it not loading in? Okay, yeah, there we go. So Utah Jazz acquire Wendell Carter Jr., Otto Porter Jr. if he opts in, the number 4 pick in the 2020 draft, and a top. Oh my god, and a 2021-22 top 5 protected first round unprotected in 2022, and from the Bulls for Rudy Gobert. Where I saying Gobert to hands or slightly this. Okay. If Rudy Gobert goes to the Chicago Bulls, it wouldn't be that bad of a trade. It wouldn't be that bad of a trade to bring Wendell Carter, bring in Wendell Carter for Rudy Gobert. Yeah, Rudy Gobert, bro, Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Rudy Gobert would bring in a lot of good defense to the Chicago Bulls. But I mean, Wendell Carter Jr. is still young. He's still got room to improve. I don't see this trade happening now. Maybe in a year, maybe 2 years, this trade would be good. But for now, I wouldn't take this trade. And for now, I would give this trade a C minus. Now, the final trade, the Washington Wizards. The Wizards acquire Andrew Wiggins, Eric Pascal, the number 2 pick in the 2020 draft from Golden State for Bradley Beal. Okay, this seems like a very good trade in Golden State's favor. This seems like a very excellent trade in Golden State's favor. Because you got Andrew Wiggins. I mean, Andrew Wiggins doesn't really do much for Golden State. Eric Pascal is still young. Sending him over to Washington, help him develop. Both of them would develop nicely in Washington under John Wall. And number 2 pick, if they really wanted Bradley Beal and they really sacrificed the number 2 pick, it wouldn't really. How do I say this? It wouldn't really that having that number 2 pick wouldn't really impact Golden State that way. So yeah, that pick is very valuable for other teams that aren't in the lottery right now. But Washington are getting 2 lottery picks out of this, so I'm not too sure about how this trade could go in Golden State's favor. If they get Bradley Beal, they do get a. If they get Bradley Beal, they probably would have the best backcourt in Stephen Curry, Bradley Beal. Then you got Klay Thompson at the forward. Because Klay Thompson at the small forward, he's proved time and time again that he's an excellent small forward. Like, remember, like when Kevin Durant came in, Klay Thompson showed he could still average his 20 points per game. He could show that he could still get those defensive numbers good. So I say this is a very good trade, and I would say this is probably one of the best trades of this whole list. And I'll probably give this trade just an A. Well, but that's it for the video, guys. Bleacher Report, I would say you guys did a pretty decent job with these trades, like with compiling these trades. And I would say, yeah, majority of these trades are big W's for the teams that are involved. I would say at least like 10. Oh, fuck. Wait, what the hell is this? Shit. How do I get rid of this? Skip. How do I get rid of this? Bro, I don't want to listen to John Wall. Right? We'll just leave that in the bottom right corner. But yeah, Bleacher Report, you guys did a really good job with making these, with compiling these trades. I'd say 10 out of 30 teams are probably getting a win. I'd say, yeah, some of these teams are going to become playoff teams really quick off of these trades. And yeah, these are some pretty decent trades. Bleacher Report, you did a good job. But if you guys really like my video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all later. I'm out.